Today we're at the Prince restaurant again. This is one of my favorite restaurants for Chinese food. So we're gonna try their abalone and pork belly. So let's go in and check it out. Thai. And they have other famous dishes as well. So let's go inside and give it a try. Oh, look at that, look at that. This is one of my favorite dishes. It's braised pork belly with abalone. So they alternate the pork belly with the abalone. So this is a fantastic dish. You want to impress somebody, get this dish. Lots of health benefits, supposedly, and also very impressive. I've had it at different restaurants, so this is going to be a tasty dish. So order some steamed rice to soak up the sauces from the pork belly and abalone. So let's get some Chinese veggies from the bottom. So when you serve this, make sure you put a little sauce on the top of that as well. Look at that. Ooh, look at that sauce. Ah, look at that sauce. Ooh, look at that sauce. Make sure you're generous with the sauce. So it's very tender. I can just tell by putting the fork into the pork belly. So oh, so it's a savory flavor with the nice sauce, really tender pork belly. So it's probably melting in your mouth, eh? Ah, look at that pork belly. So it's got the nice melt in your mouth fat on the top, and the bottom is the meat, the pork belly. So you get that soft fat immersed with the tender pork belly. What a combination. It's not ever tender. You got the nice savory sauce infused into the pork belly. Ooh, look at that, look at that. This is the abalone. So abalone is supposedly an aphrodisiac, has many health benefits. So when you eat this, it's got the nice savory sauce that is infused into the abalone. You gotta try this. Sap choy. So this veggie is called sap choy, but I can't remember the name of it in English. But it goes good with the pork belly. Oh, look at that, look at that. Ooh, look at that. So this is the prawn and scallop stir fry. This is a classic dish, so you gotta try this. It's got the nice scallops, nice and juicy. It's got the large tiger prawns served over a bed of choy. So this is a Chinese vegetable called choy. And you can tell how good it is by the sear marks on the veggies here. You can see the sear marks at the on the veggies here. That means it's good wok hei, the sear flavor from the carbon wok. So this crispy veggie, I don't know what's the name of this, but this is really good for the prawns and scallop stir fry. So if anybody knows what it is, let me know in the comment section below. So it's called choy. It's some kind of veggie. It's kind of chewy. Has nice texture to go with the prawn and scallop stir fry. Ah, look at that, look at that. So this is the scallop. It's got that veggie, the crunchy veggie on top. And it's really tasty. I had one already. Scallop is nice and tender. It's got that crunchy texture of the veggie. I think it's a veggie. And infused with the wok hei, carbon sear flavor. Ah, look at that giant prawn. Ooh, looks juicy. So it has a sort of a crispy texture. So when prawn is stir fried properly, it will have a bit of a crispy texture. This one is最香啲嘛，可能牛翅丸。政府幾強？啲蘑菇。哦，香港係咪？哦。This is a Chinese veggie called choy. So it's really good stir fry with the ginger and garlic flavor infused into each of these stalks of new choy. Oh, nice and crunchy. You gotta order veggie. So order this. Today we're making a special Chinese appetizer. I'm going to call it the Chinese Royal Appetizer. I'm at the local T&T Chinese supermarket. We're going to check out some items here to make for our recipes. The key ingredient in this recipe is the abalone, which is the most expensive shellfish in the world. In this store, the most expensive abalone is kept under lock and key. It goes for $120 a pound. Previously, the only person that could eat the abalone was the emperor, and in China, abalone is considered an aphrodisiac. Today, we'll be using the fresh frozen abalone. Going to this Chinese herbal shop to do some shopping for Chinese herbs and ingredients. We're going to use the ingredients for different recipes. Here you can find the dried abalone, which is even more expensive. There's also snow fungus, as well as dried Chinese mandarin orange peel, and other items that you will need. We feature fresh abalone, and we also have the snow fungus. I've got the fresh pork belly. I've got some Chinese mushrooms. I've got a piece of ginger, and also have special mandarin orange peel. Soak the Chinese mushrooms for at least half an hour, and also soak the snow fungus for at least half an hour. So these are the fresh abalone, so they actually cook a lot faster than the dried kind. So these ones, you can take a knife and just cut it. It comes out really easy. So you have to cut off this piece. So when you cut it, just cut this piece off. So actually you don't even need to use a knife, I just pulled it right out. So you pull that right out like that, and then just take that part out. It comes up pretty easy. So I used to work with fresh abalone a long time ago. I worked in a seafood restaurant. I was a seafood chef, and I retired from cooking at age 21, so many years ago. And I learned to cook abalone and different kind of seafood. So here you have the clean abalone. So if you look on the back side, it's all cleaned up. And on the front, it's like this, also clean. So the abalone, I'm just going to steam it for about 5 minutes when we're ready to serve. So I'm preheating wok at medium heat. So I'm going to put a bit of oil in there, cooking oil. So that's peanut oil. Put about 3 tablespoons in there. The pork belly is fairly fat. The pork belly is pretty fat, but it's still, you want to have a bit of oil in there so the meat doesn't stick. So this is pork belly. You can use other kind of pork if you like, but pork belly is nice. So I'm going to put the ginger in there. There's about 3 tablespoons of ginger. I keep fairly large pieces. So just give the pork belly a good sear. Getting a good sear in the pork belly. I'm going to sample a little piece because I always sample the food when I'm cooking. Put a little bit of salt in there, maybe say a teaspoon or half teaspoon. Put a little soy sauce in there. That's really good. Wow. Cup and a half of water there. So I'm going to put the Chinese mushrooms in. So this is the dried orange peel. The dried orange peel I got from Xinhui, China. I went there myself, and this is the best dried orange peel. The Xinhui is famous for growing the mandarin oranges and using it for the dried mandarin orange peel used for cooking. So now we're just going to transfer the pork over. So you don't want all the oil going in, so it just kind of drain off some of the oil. So for added flavor, I'm going to put a little bit of chicken soup base in there. I got this Knorr's chicken base. So I put up maybe a tablespoon in there. That would do it. You don't have to. You can use chicken broth too if you like, or just use like this. So I also have some oyster flavor sauce, my favorite sauce. So I'm going to put 2 or 3 tablespoons in there. So I'm going to check on the pork belly and the mushrooms. So it looks pretty good. I turned it down to low right now. So it's just simmering right now. So it's been in there for about half an hour. So usually you should simmer it anywhere from, say, 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on how tender you want the pork belly. So I got the snow fungus here. So I cut it into small pieces here. So I'm going to put that in. So snow fungus you just put in the last 10 minutes. So you just need to bring this back to a boil, because I washed the snow fungus in cold water. The sauce is simmering at medium heat. I've got 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in half a cup of water. So we're just going to thicken the sauce. So you might not need the whole thing. So I'm going to put half of it in first, just see how the sauce is. So see how thick it is. So just gradually add the cornstarch solution to thicken the sauce. I think I'll probably use the whole 2 tablespoons. So ready to serve the appetizer. I've got some water boiling. So I've got a deep dish here, so I'm going to put the dish inside just to steam the abalone for about 5 or 6 minutes. So this is what it looks like. It's been about 5 minutes. You put the abalone in the middle, so arrange the mushrooms and the pork around the outside, and you can put some extra snow fungus on the outside as well. There you have it. Abalone appetizer, fit for royalty. Enjoy. Now you can order the products and ingredients that I use in my cooking videos. Just click the link below in the description for the Chinese cooking accessory guide. You can order everything online, including the wok that I use and some of the equipment that I use. Thanks for checking out my video, and please give me a thumbs up, and be sure to check out some of my other videos on this channel, and please subscribe. If you get a chance, check out my other channel, the award-winning Chinese cooking channel.